Hey, my name is Bailey Morrison, and today I'll be running through the different stuff, the different questions and whatnot for Module 6, Chapter 4. The first thing is pick a specific stage of the response module, blah, blah, blah. I picked the excitement stage because if you don't get past it, it's pretty much not happening. If you're doing it, by the book, I guess, the correct way. But I also think it's important because ideally, both parties should be excited. So I feel like when doing it correctly, the book mentioned how it's very easily to interrupt it, like a phone call or anything like that. So I think a part of it is also each person doing their part to prevent that, if that makes any sense at all. I hope it does. And then the second thing is share one thing I learned from, and then pick one of the topics. I chose teenage sex. If y'all have watched any of my videos, you know that I had a baby, 1 before marriage, and 2 I was 19, so teen mom. And really why I chose this, 1 is because it relates to me, obviously, but 2, because if you read the book, basically if you become a teen parent, you basically should just give up on life, and you should have died 3 days ago, is what the book makes it seem like. It basically just talks about how you as the parent and your child are basically not going to have any positive outcomes. You're going to have trouble finding jobs. If you do, they're going to be low income. If you have your child while you're still getting an education, you're probably not going to get it. They're not going to get a good education. They're more likely to have truancy problems. And get in fights and stuff like that. And as I was reading it, I was just like, wow, where are these statistics coming from? My mom was a teen mom. I feel like I turned out okay. I mean, yeah, I kind of repeated the cycle a little bit, and I didn't mean to, but my child's doing just fine. I have a very good job. My husband has a very good job. I'm still in school, obviously. So I want to know where they got those statistics from. I mean, I know it makes it harder, but anyway, what did I learn from the handout? So I know a lot about drugs anyway, because that probably sounded bad, but because I have a family history of drugs, so I've made it my whole life's mission to learn everything I can about them. So a lot of these things I already knew, but I mean, if you really think about it, is it really that surprising? I mean, drugs and alcohol literally affect your entire body in some way. So is it really that surprising that every single one of them kind of has adverse reactions? I mean, I don't think it is, because they all mess with your body. Therefore, I don't know, it's just a ripple effect, I think. And then the last thing is, one thing you learned about dysfunction, and do you hear more about male or females? Definitely males. I mean, I feel like anytime you turn the TV on, it's something about Blue Chew or something for men, but you never hear anything about women. You don't hear about stuff like that. It's just supposed to be men are, it's I mean, obviously it's more obvious when they can't get it up per se, because their parts are external, whereas women's are internal, so it's less obvious when they're not working correctly. Both parties may not realize when the woman is not feeling up to par, I guess. A thing that I learned, I didn't necessarily learn this from the book. The book just described, at the end, it gave 3 different examples of female dysfunction, and then it just said painful intercourse. But I think that's a lot of the reason why female stuff isn't talked about as much, is because there's a lot of unknowns about it. For example, I was diagnosed with interstitial cystitis a few months ago, and that can have a bunch of effects on, intercourse, but nobody really knows anything about it. It's basically the urinary equivalent of IBS, and it can cause painful intercourse, but there's just a lot of stuff like that that people don't know about.